I'm Dr. Ajagbe, a lecturer at the Department of Biological Science, School of Science, Yaba College of Technology, Lagos. Specific objectives of the research were to, first of all, evaluate and ascertain the physiochemical parameters of the bottled water samples across Lagos State, and at the same time to evaluate the prevailing microplastics characteristics of the bottled water that were sampled across Lagos State, as well as evaluating the pollution risk indices that were associated with microplastics pollution in consuming the bottled water samples across Lagos State. Yes, the research underscored microplastics indices of bottled water samples across Lagos State, and bottled water samples were sampled across the various districts across the Lagos State, which included the Lagos Island, Ekpere District, Badagry Mainland, Ikorodu, and they were evaluated for microplastics indices. And a number of microplastics indices were discovered from the bottled water. At the same time, a number of the physiochemical parameters to determine the water quality content of the bottled water were higher than the WHO recommended standard and limits, which suggested that it poses a kind of health risk for consumption of bottled water. Okay, the research of the LASRIC research funding has impacted so well on the scope of my research. My team and I will be able to attract a kind of a funding from Tech Fund, which I was a team member, and my other team members were equally involved, and that has exposed that has opened us to various research areas on microplastics, including the carrying out microplastics in the environment, in the biota from the environment, the water, the biodiversity, and other things. So it has opened a wider range of researches into microplastics. Yes, the results from the research has enabled us to discover a number of microplastics polymers that were detected from the bottled water. And one of the Sustainable Development Goals of the United Nations is to have a good accessibility to clean drinking water. So the discovery from our findings has enabled us to discover that a number of microplastic polymers have been detected in the bottled water, which has given us a better and proper understanding into finding solution to using of better and less biodegradable materials for packaging of bottled water and other packaging materials. Yes, a few collaborations with other colleagues have been, though not monetized, but with other colleagues, there are a number of collaborations with other researchers, both locally and internationally, are on grant, trying to see how we can better improve on what has been done. There is a continuation in researching into the field of microplastics in various aspects. One of the findings was disseminated at an international conference held in Ghana under the umbrella of a Society for Environmental Toxicology and Association of Toxicology in Ghana, CETA conference. Yes, the commercialization plan that is in place is trying to see how there could be a production of less degradable packaging materials for drinking water and other packaging materials using our raw materials and the materials that can be easily degraded in the environment for that won't compound the issue of microplastics pollution in our environments.